Next up, Zack Tomlin. He is the fourth generation of his family to call Carroll County home. Give it up. I mean, that's freaking awesome. He graduated from Westminster High School and currently lives in Hampstead with his two young children. In May of 2010, Zack formed Tomlin Technology, located here in Westminster, Maryland. His combined knowledge of business information technology and cybersecurity has culminated in 9 years of continued growth for the company. Well done, buddy. Service to the community is very important to Zack, and he is very excited to be speaking at Ignite as another way of giving back to the community while having fun along the way. Please welcome Zack Tomlin as he enlightens us on breaking up in the digital age. Give it up. You want this? You're good, man.
Mic check, 1, 2. Oh, okay, it's working. Are we doing the countdown, or how we doing this? All right. Throughout time, breakups have traditionally sucked. You had the Trojan War, Van Gogh cut off his ear, Henry VIII cut off everybody's head, and Brad Pitt broke up with Jennifer Aniston. Really? Okay. So I know what you're thinking. Zack, breakups are difficult and they're very complex, but what we need tonight is someone in Ignite to speak and make it even more difficult. Welcome to the digital age. So I want to start with a little story. A few years ago, I had a friend, and she was going through a pretty difficult breakup. The guy she was dating didn't want to let go. Pretty sure that's an actual shot. So I'm talking to her one day, and she's telling me, Zack, I swear, he can hear my conversations. I'm talking in the house, and, a couple minutes later, I get a text message, and it's referencing what we were just talking about. Now, me, being the paranoid cybersecurity professional that I say I am, I'm thinking there's a million ways this could happen, but she didn't really seem too concerned, and I was like Jay-Z and just kind of brushed it off. Until I'm down at her house one day, and I'm connecting to the wireless internet, and it was a default network name, which, as a nerd, bothered me. So I asked her if I could log in and change it, and she's like, that makes perfect sense, Zack. So I went in, and this is what I saw. Now, this is a list of attached devices. You can see in the red, literally, I'm not even kidding, the name of the ex-boyfriend. Right there. So now this doesn't necessarily mean something's attached, so I did what's called a ping test. And what that does is it sends a signal out to a device, and the device will reply if it's active. Now, much like my children, on a bad day, the devices talked back. Right? So I kicked the devices off the network. I secured, changed the password, and basically made sure she was good to go, and then I ordered a pizza because I was really hungry, and I don't even think she paid for it. So a couple months later, the ex-boyfriend actually comes clean. He's like, yeah, I hardwired iPods, and they're inside the wall. So he was listening to her conversations like that, and he actually asked for the devices back. Really? So basically, my theory was he installed some baby monitoring software on these devices, and he connected to the network and was listening to her conversations online. Now, you think that's bad? Welcome to the Internet of Things, baby. So basically, as you can see, we have all these attached devices today, and you really have to be careful. If you have any one of these services, anybody not use these services? If you say no, you're lying. So you can synchronize text messages, pictures, videos, all your amazing stuff to your loved ones and anonymous hackers. So I want you to read this slide and ask yourself these questions. It's super important when you grant access to people, like to devices, that you make sure you keep track of who has this information. And the reason for that is because if you don't, they can read your conversations, they can check to see if you're home, they can do things like enter your house, they can do things like turn off your alarm, mess with your lights, your thermostats, all types of crazy stuff. So if you're going through a breakup or some sort of situation like this, do the following. Change your password. I don't even care if you trust the person, do it. Also, revoke access to like Nest Home, things like that. If you don't know how to do it, contact manufacturer or local IT company. So now we're going to talk about online dating. So I'm recently single, and I'm probably on every single one of these apps. Okay, it's a great. I love. No, I'm just kidding. I absolutely hate it. Save me. But this is actually kind of serious. So please keep an eye on that. I've talked to so many women. I have a lot of female friends, and it's the same stories over and over again. Harassment, and it doesn't just stop online. It's physical, sexual assault, rape. It happens, and God forbid you end up with somebody like this. Okay. That chiseled jawline, the big brown eyes, and I don't even think that summary is legit. I have no idea. So, I'd like to wrap it up. My name is Zach. I like dinner by candlelight, long walks on the beach, M&M, and spreading awareness about online safety. Thank you all. Have a good night.